Hello everyone, I'm Chen Hua Su. Let's learn GRE Vocab with superhero movie. And the first day we have is the personality part. We have Diehard and Harden. Okay, let's think of Wolverine as Diehard representation. First word Diehard, which means hard to die like Wolverine. You can just think of Wolverine's metal armor and his adamantium metal run through all his body. So the next vocabulary we have is adamant. Remember the adamantium metal? You can think of his metal run through his body, so he's very die-hard. And you can also think of in second movie, there's a dam is too hard to be broken, even it broken eventually. So this word adamant also means die-hard. The third one is hide mount. Hide means skin, bound means cover. So whatever hide under Wolverine's skin is the metal. So this word hidebound is also die-hard too. The next one is intractable. It's in plus tractable. In means no and negative, and track means pulls back. So you can think of his personality cannot be pulled back. So he's very die-hard. And the next one is a very negative word called mulish. It's a very easy word in SAT, which means stubborn like a mule, which is an animal represent recalcitrant. Recalcitrant is the same meaning as intractable. And the next one is obdurate. Ob means negative and no. Dure means less than hard. You can think of durable. And ate means the verb root. So no more hard and lasting indestructible metal after transformed to human. In the last movie, I think in the Tokyo one, or maybe in the Logan one, he's out of the shape and he become very unhealthy. So he almost died, but he didn't die. And you can think of obdurate because he's a very durable person. So obdurate also means die hard. Okay, the next character I chose is Magneto. He's also a representation and iconic of die hard people. And first one is obsession, obsess, and ope. Ope means within, sess means sit. So sit within. For example, he always keeps staying in his helmet. So he's obsessed with his power without being controlled by the other X-Men. And this word is not directly related to die hard, but obsession means you always stay in the same state. For example, you're obsessed with your lovers. And the next one is obstinacy. It's also composed of ob, sting, and ac. Stand, sting. O means stand with. So you can think of these words like stand with mutant. This is what Magneto do. So obstinate is the adjective form of obstinacy. Okay, let's move on to the next word. Opinionated. You can think of opinions plus ated, which means too many personal opinion. Remember, Magneto is very pugnacious and belligerent toward government. That's right. He has too many personal opinions toward government mutants policy, which means he cannot work with or cooperate with the government. The next one is pertinacious. Pertinacious come from per, means through, and tin means take, and acious is the adjective root. You can think of keep taking everything he wants without caring about others' feeling. That's what Magneto always do, like take over or maybe take over the places or take others' girlfriend and back to himself. Okay, so pertinacious also means obstinate and hold firmly. This is his characteristics. Okay, next one is Juggernaut. He is also a die-hard guy too. Sorry, I have a wrong mistake. I have a mistake on the die-hard spelling. And the first one is refractory. Refractory comes from re, mean no and negative. Frac mean break. You can think of fracture. And ori is the adjective roots. So you can think of Juggernaut's unbreakable and heavy body makes him die hard and slow in action. So refractory has another meaning in slow in action. Remember his picture and his strong body is very slow moving. Okay, the next one is restiveness. Restiveness, you can also think of Juggernaut, always charging, which means running, cannot rest. If he cannot rest, means he's stubbornly resisting control, just like the word we learned, obdurate and recalcitrant. Okay, the next one is the really basic one. It's called stubborn, just like the Moolish word. And the next one is tenacity. Tenacity comes from ten and acity. Ten, all mean to hold, to keep. So watch his picture and you can think of Juggernaut hold his position in final war against human treatment. And tenacious is the adjective form of tenacity. Okay, so the last word we have on him is bulky. So how to remember this word? You can think of ball plus key. You can think that Juggernaut has no balls, so refusing or likely to refuse to proceed to fight with Wolverine. They fight at the last movie. Okay, the next person is Rhythm Striker. He's a general in this movie. He's also a bad scientist, but he's also Die-Hard. And the first word we have is not directly related to Die-Hard, but related to his personality and characteristic. That's his attitude to mutant is as weird as Bazantin's maze. Bazantin's means devious and usually surreptitious. Surreptitious means deadly. His attitude toward mutant is weird because he changed through times. At first, he might want to cooperate with them because he has a child called Jason. He's also a mutant, and he tried to get some advantage from examining and experiencing the young mutants. And the next word is called doctrinaire. Doctrinaire is the adjective form of doctrine. You can think that William Stryker's policy toward mutant is too theoretical and unrealistic. So it's like a teacher teaching the school in an ivory tower that is really unrealistic. Okay, and the next one is the doctrine itself. So doc means teach. Just what we just said, something like the doctor, those people who teach in a professional degree, we call them doctor. So you can think that he believes in his own intuition without others' advice, only believe in himself. So doctrine here is what he believes in. And the next one is dogma. Dogma means opinion. So you can think of William Stryker hold his doctrinaire dogma. The next one is pronounced. Pro means before everyone, before a lot of people or in front of a lot of people. And announce means speak. So speak in front of a lot of people means strongly marked, which means decided, which means determined. So this word also can be related to Die Hard because he die hard in what he speaks. The next one is self-assertion. Self-assertion means asserting one's superiority over others. This is a very basic word. I think I don't need more. I think I need no more explanation. And the next one is stalwart. It's a really weird word, but you can think that William Stryker has the power to stall the whole Walmart, which means he is too strong. So this word has the meaning of Die Hard too. The next one is Colossus. Colossus, classify him in the Harden category. The first category we have is, do you remember? Is what? It's Die Hard. Okay, the next one is Harden. So the first word we have on Colossus is endurate. Endurate. In plus 0 plus 8. Dure means durable, last, hard. So you can think that Colossus goes into iron mode, so he's durable and therefore hardened. The next one is ironclad. Clad means cloth. Dressed with iron skins means hardened. Next one is rigid. Rig means close to, just like clad. Close with iron skin, so it is devoid of flexibility, therefore it is also related to harden, but this stresses the devoid of flexibility and elasticity. And the next one is Stark. Here we have to use the other character from other movies called Iron Man, because his name is Tony Stark, and you can think of Tony Stark's Iron Man is very rigid, so he is also hardened. But this word has two different meanings. The first one is very. The next one is rigid. So you have to remember them both. The next one is stiff. Stiff is a weird word, but you can think of stand-if, hardened like Colossus, which means firm and rigid. And the next one is substantial. Substantial is a very common SAT word. Here you can just think of too many iron substance, so it's hardened. The next one is callous. Callous can be separated into col and ous, us. Col means hard, so you can think of Colossus hard skin with no emotion, because he didn't present his emotions or feelings in front of a lot of people for a lot of time. So you can think of his heart is strong like a stone, which means he's hard-hearted. So callous means hard-hearted. Remember, cold is equal to hard. Okay, the next one is hardened. Here I use QuickSilver. Maybe someday I will use him into the word related to quick and slow again too. But here we use him as a representation of hardened people. Why? The first word we have is starchy. Starch, it's a food you eat every day. And you can think of sticky like starch with shape. So this word has two meanings. The first important meaning is formal, and the next one is stiff. Stiff means what? Means rigid. Remember that. Stand if, hardened like Colossus, which means firm and rigid. So here we have another stiff synonyms again. The next one is static. Stand. All means stands. So QuickSilver, he runs very fast, and it feels like everyone is stopped at the time. So everything's become static. Static means what? Means, you remember what static means? Means very moving. It's not moving, so means static. But here it also can be related to hardened, because something that is static cannot move, right? It's like something hardened and stiff and it's very rigid and always staying there. The next one is ossified and ossiferous. Os and osteo means bone. So you can think of stay there, and QuickSilver will hit you to the bone. So this can be related to become hardened or conventional and opposed to change his attitude and value, etc. Okay, I think this is our last word today. Thank you for listening, and I will keep doing this GRE list and combining with a lot of interesting movie next time. Thank you so much.